Hello there YouTube, and welcome to another video. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at the new blunderbuss that just got introduced into New World on the PTR server. Not on the live servers yet, but it is on the PTR, so we took a look at a bunch of different things. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the skill tree. We're going to look at all the abilities, all that stuff. I'm going to try and fly through this as fast as possible. So we've got net shot. Fire a large-sized net projectile out of the blunderbuss, dealing 40% weapon damage. The net is a large projectile that will slow anyone hit by 40% for 2.5 seconds. If standing still or moving backwards, the recoil from this attack will knock you further backwards. If moving sideways or forwards, you will continue forward unhindered. So just a couple of the perks on the net shot tree. If net shot hits a target, reduces cooldown by 20%. This net now inflicts 50% slow that degrades to normal move speed over 5 seconds. Net shot's initial hit is reduced to 5% weapon damage. However, it now deals 35% additional weapon damage as poison each second for 3 seconds. All right, so here is the net ability. Kind of knocks you back, and then it's just going to poison a couple of them. All right, so once again, here's the net ability. Just knocks you back. He only hit the one target, and then it's poisoning that guy. So nothing really too crazy on the net ability. We'll have to see how it works in PvP. But nothing too crazy. The next ability we have on this containment side of the tree is Claw Shot. Shoot forward a 4-pronged claw attachment to a chain from the muzzle. The projectile will travel up to 14 meters and cannot pull you upwards more than 3 meters. If it connects to an enemy, it will deal 40% weapon damage and inflict root for 1 second before quickly pulling you towards them. The pull can be cancelled by any ability use or primary fire. Also has a little bit of a PvE trait here, Taunt Gem compatible. If a Carnelian gem equipped in your blunderbuss, this ability inflicts taunt for 4 seconds hits. Look at some of the abilities on the Claw Shot. In and out. Upon usage, restore 8 stamina every second for 10 seconds. Combat readiness. Landing a pellet, even if blocked, lowers the cooldown of this ability by 2% each. Mobile overload. Successfully landing claw shots will automatically grant 1 loaded ammunition. If you currently have 2 loaded ammunition, this will exceed the max cap and grant a 3rd. The Claw Shot is kind of insane. I haven't really used this too much, but once you attach it to an enemy, it's just going to pull you right up to him. Boom, you can just shoot him right in the face. So moving on to the third ability on this side of the tree, Azoth Shrapnel Blast. Fire 5 shots in a horizontal fan in front of you while pushing yourself backwards. Each shot will deal 58% weapon damage. Every consecutive hit on the same target will deal 15% less damage than the previous hit. We have the next ability, Reach, on this skill tree here. We got Reach, increase the range of this attack from 12 meters to 16. Discord, fire 4 additional pellets with each use of this ability. Refresh, each individual hit from this ability or from the blunderbuss primary fire will lower the cooldown of this ability by 1.5. Azoth Bomb, fire a singular bomb down the center of the fan. This bomb will impact itself in the world and explode, dealing 100% damage in a 3-meter area after a 0.5 second delay. You can do it from about that 12 to 16 meter range. You don't have to be right up in their face, but it's going to do a good amount of burst damage to enemies. And it does do like a little cone, so you can hit more than one enemy at once. We'll do another one here. We'll try and get as far away from these guys as possible, see if we can get some good damage. A good distance, yeah, so good distance on that one. A lot of distance on this weapon. That's it's a good thing. I like that a lot. One of the good pairings I like with the combos is the knockdown ability into the E ability, because they're just going to be stunned for a little bit, knocked down on the ground, and then you can shoot them with your E and do a good amount of damage. So a couple of the perks on this side of the tree. Future Endeavors. If you land 5 or more pellets in a single shot, restore 1 stamina per pellet hit. Run and Gun. Reloading gives you a speed boost of 40% that decays over 1 second. Ramp. Reloads give you a damage boost of 4% for 6 seconds, stacks up to 4 times. Deep Load. The last shot loaded into the blunderbuss will do 15% increased damage. Fortifying Aggression. Successful hits within 3 meters grants Fortify, increasing damage absorption by 10% for 2 seconds. And then we have the ultimate ability on this side of the tree, Unload. The next shot fired within 6 seconds after triggering an ability will have 9 pellets instead of 6. This effect can stack up to 2 times. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the Chaos side of the tree, the right side of the blunderbuss tree. We'll go through the abilities here. So the first ability, we have Splitting Grenade. Shoot a grenade out of the blunderbuss that will bounce up to 4 times and will detonate after 1.5 seconds. The Splitting Grenade can also Be manually detonated by reactivating its ability key at any time. Upon detonation, it will create 3 mini grenades that will disperse and explode 1 second after landing, dealing 85% weapon damage in a 3-meter area. Each successive grenade hit against the same target deals 40% less base damage. Look at some of the abilities on the grenade ability. Deal 25% increased damage to targets greater than 50% health. Any grenade hit grants haste, increasing movement speed by 20% for 3 seconds. Multiple hits will refresh the duration when hit. Splitting grenade explosions inflicts burn on hit, dealing 10% weapon damage per second for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. So you can just kind of shoot the grenade out. It'll kind of linger, pop out those bombs, and it'll do damage. All right, so now the grenade, you can just shoot at their feet and it'll just kind of linger. But if you detonate it again, it'll detonate as soon as you would like it to. So we're going to try that first. There's kind of a delay. Couldn't really get it to detonate when I wanted it to there. Load the blunderbuss with heavy canisters for the next 15 seconds or 3 shots. Shots will no longer fire multiple pellets, but instead will fire a heavy, fast, diving mortar-style canister that causes a tall explosion upon impact, dealing 126% weapon damage in a 3-meter area. If the target is 10 meters away or further, they will take 35% increased damage from the mortar. So on this ability, we have steady. Each hit grants 7 stamina. When each shot fired, gain a burst of 50% move speed, which decays in power over 3 seconds. And streak, gain an extra canister. You can now fire up to 4 shots. Additionally, each mortar charge hit will increase damage from future mortar charges hits in the next 6 seconds by 10%. As far as the mortars go, the mortar is going to do a lot of damage. It's probably going to nuke all these guys. Takes a little bit to load up, and it's a really slow ability, but as soon as you get it going, it will do a lot of damage. So the last ability here on the blunderbuss is a blast shot. Blast immense wind out of the blunderbuss, knocking down any target immediately in front of you. Blast shot deals 70% weapon damage. Some of the perks on this ability as well. Preparation, blast shot applies rend, increasing damage applied to all targets affected by this ability by 20% for 6 seconds. And then lingering flow. The area 10 meters in front of you remains influenced by wind for the next 8 seconds. You and your allies gain 25% move speed bonus while in this area, so you get a little bit of a haste. All right, so now I'll show you guys my Q ability, the one that knocks everybody down. So you get right up in their face and then you just knock them all down. Boom, now they're CC'd, they're knocked down. And then once again, you get that haste in that little area as well. Now we'll take a look at the perks on this chaos side of the tree. A lot of good perks here. Future planning, using an ability reduces all other ability cooldowns by 4% of the remaining time. Bite back, every pellet that is a headshot reduces all cooldowns by 0.5%. On a roll, triggering an ability decreases all damage taken by 3% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. Buckshot, deal 10% increased damage to any target as long as you have not damaged them in the last 8 seconds. Artillery, direct damage from abilities is increased by 15% if the victim is 10 meters or further away. Extended chamber, holding onto 2 loaded ammunition for 2 seconds after a reload will load a 3rd active ammunition. Last chance, whenever you take a hit and your health is below 50%, gain 50% damage reduction for 4 seconds. And the last thing we're going to take a look is the ultimate ability, Double Down. Once every 30 seconds, your next ability used will have its cooldown reduced by 50%. So now we'll look at some of the blunderbuss perks that you can put on your armor, weapons. As you can see in the crafting station, to create an orichalcum blunderbuss, you're going to need 15 asmodium, 3 glittering ebony, and 2 runic leather. So the first perk we have is the crippling blast shot. So the blast shot is going to be the one where you throw them on the ground, you shoot them right in front of them, and it's going to knock back the enemies and it's going to put them on the ground. Crippling blast shot is going to be targets hit by blast shot are slowed, reducing movement speed by between 5 to 19% for 5 seconds. Next perk we have is exhaustive net shot. Net shot inflicts exhaust, reducing targets stamina regen by 10 to 33% for 8 seconds. The next perk we have is the Leeching Shrapnel Blast, heal for 5 to 14% of the damage dealt from Azoth Shrapnel Blast. That is going to be a must perk if you use that ability for sure. Next we have Plagued Splitting Grenade. Splitting Grenade hit inflicts disease or reduce healing efficiency on target by 5 to 14% for 8 seconds. And then the last one we have here is going to be venturing claw shot. When claw shot connects to a target at least 10 meters away, gain 5 to 19% in power for 3 seconds or until next. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys like this video, once again, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.